Peace and welcome to the start of a new beginning. So today I'm going to talk to you about a process that has totally changed my life. Being exposed to this lifestyle has really given me new perspective in what it means to have financial freedom, time freedom, and wealth. So today I'm going to talk to you about foreign exchange. I'm sure if you are watching this video, you have come across foreign exchange over maybe the past few months, or maybe even over the past few years. But you might have thought, oh, this is a scam, this isn't a real thing. And that might be for many different reasons. But I need you to know that foreign exchange is the largest market on the planet, trading at anywhere between 5.7 and $6 trillion a day. That's trillion with a T. Not only that, the foreign exchange market is open 7 days a week. It opens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday and doesn't close until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So any time between then, you can trade in this global market. Not only that, we not only trade currencies, fiat currencies, currencies from countries, we also trade digital currency, also known as cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency can be traded 7 days a week, 7 days a week. So say you're working nights, you're working early mornings, and maybe your shift falls outside of the stock market. You might want to consider trading in the foreign exchange market. Now, for those of you who have never heard of foreign exchange, consider what it takes to go from one country to another, and the country that you're going to uses a different currency. So I'm in the United States. We use the United States dollar. For short, we'll call that the USD. So say I want to travel to Mexico. I want to go to Tulum. I want to visit the beautiful oceans and gardens and beaches. And so when I fly out to Mexico and I land in Mexico, I can no longer use my United States dollar. I need to exchange my USD for Mexican peso. So what do? I go up to one of those foreign exchange kiosks in the airport and I exchange my United States dollars and receive Mexican pesos. However, let's say I have 100 USD and I receive back 200 Mexican pesos. What does that mean? That means the value of the Mexican peso is much lower, 50% lower than the value of the United States dollar. Okay, so I'm in Mexico, I'm being hosted by my amazing friends and family out there, and I actually don't have to spend a dime. So when I'm entering back in the US, I still have that 200 Mexican peso. So when I exchange my Mexican peso for USD, instead of getting $100 back, I get 110. What happened here? The exchange, the value of the currency exchange shifted while I was in Mexico. So I actually made money off of that transaction by holding on to my Mexican peso and then exchanging it when the value of the Mexican peso went up and the value of the United States dollar went down. That is the manual version of foreign exchange that many of us who have had the opportunity to travel outside of our country have experienced. Now, recently, big news, we have the opportunity to do what the banks do, to do what the hedge fund managers do, which is participate in this global market digitally from our phones, from our tablets, from our laptops, from our computers, anywhere in the world, anytime. We only need Wi-Fi. That's why we call this Wi-Fi money, y'all. Because all we need is Wi-Fi to be able to make money in minutes. This is a game changer. We have people around the United States protesting for $15 an hour. And I can connect you to a way through foreign exchange, Also, high frequency Forex to make $15 in 2 minutes, to make $150 in 3 minutes, to make $1,500 in 3 minutes. And I see it every single day from me, my mentors, and my wider network of traders. I would love to plug you in. Definitely check out the description below for more information about that. So how does this happen? Well, first, let's go back to the banks. Say you have a savings account and you have maybe $5,000 US dollars in your savings account. And you know that there's a little bit of a dividend. So banks give anywhere between 0.3%, maybe even as high as 3% dividend annually. So multiply 5,000 by 3%. And that's what you're getting on an annual basis. But most banks have an annual dividend of really less than 1%. So you're not going to see that money double in your lifetime, most likely. So what happens with that money? I can guarantee you those banks are taking your $5,000, your digital dollars, and they're investing it in the foreign exchange market. They're compounding it, making a profit, and not giving you a dime. Will they still have your $5,000? Yes. Will you still have your $5,000? Yes. But that $5,000 they have leveraged to turn into $25,000. And then they leverage that to turn into $250,000. And then they leverage that to turn into 25 million. You can look this up on the internet. All of this is public information. There are forms available for you to check this out, how much your bank is making by trading your money in the foreign exchange market. It literally says foreign exchange. So why not do what the banks are doing? Instead of keeping your money in a savings account where it's not going to grow, unless you need it liquid because you're about to make a larger investment like a property. But if you're just have it in a savings account to hold it, for safekeeping or for an emergency, I encourage you to consider take a percentage of that and learn how to invest it to leverage your money so your money is making money. So we can move out of this place of exchanging our time and our labor for money. This is the digital age. From now on, you're going to see an increase, an exponential increase in people making money at home from their computer. We already see that today with influencers. We already see that today with the influx of Zoomers who are able to do business digitally from their home. Whether you're a coach, whether you provide services, whether you provide a product and you market your product online, we are moving out of the space of going to work, exchanging our manual labor for money. Many manual labor jobs will and are being replaced by robots, by AI. Anything that involves repetition will likely be replaced by AI or robotics. So what are you planning to do to leverage your knowledge and innovation so you can make sure that you're evolving with the times and have multiple sources of residual income? Foreign exchange is available to everyone. I started when I was 30 years old, and I work with folks who are in their 60s who are learning this skill. I work with people who are mothers and fathers and grandmothers and great-grandmothers who are learning this skill because they recognize the value of mastering this knowledge and then passing it on to the next generation. Imagine, I can only imagine where we would be if when we were preteens and teenagers, instead of spending our money on video games, we put it in the foreign exchange market. The sweet spot for my mentor seems to be about 8 years. Folks who trade for about 8 years or more, 7 figures for sure. So imagine if you started at 18. I'm starting at 30 years old, and I know that I'm well on my way to 7 figures. I want to see that for you. Close your eyes and take a moment to think of your best case scenario. What do you see? Who's around you? How do you feel? What are you doing? Where in the world are you? Maybe you're not in one spot. Maybe you're traveling from country to country. Maybe you're giving back to your community, or maybe you're a global artist, lifting up people's spirits, providing joy through your art. Now, know that this is absolutely possible, and you can access the capital you need to fund your dreams at your fingertips. Reach out with the information below in the description to learn more, and I'll see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. The choice is up to you. Peace.